right, ladies and gentlemen, this is Ralph together with Manuela Emmert.
Hi, hi.
And Bernd-Michael Land.
Hi.
And today's video blog is about the EMS synthesizers. Many people have requested it. Here it comes. Alright, today's show will be about the EMS synthesizers. Here the EMS AKS and the EMS Putney VCS3. The reason Manuela was in Bernie's studio today was due to the fact that they were doing an interview together. And actually, Manuela wanted to participate in today's video blog. She wanted to do some of the translation. But then things went into a different direction. Okay, Manuela has to go back to the office.
I got a lot of jobs to do.
I think she is just wimping out. She doesn't want to translate, so it's probably a bit harder than she thought. Anyway, so Manuela will be leaving, and I have to keep on translating into English everything that Bernie says. Bernie, huh?
Yeah. Tschüss.
He said yes, bye.
So, but Manuela, I hope you come back again, that we make another video blog. That
we'll see us again.
That you can do the translation and I do the filming. Okay, Manuela.
Bye,
High
bye.
five.
Ja, der VCS3, eine Legende. Ja, einer der ganz großen Synthesizer, eingesetzt von Jean Michel Jarre, Pink Floyd und was weiß ich wem noch alles, eigentlich alles, was Rang und Namen hatte. 1969, 70 eigentlich fast überall zu hören. Gerade Pink Floyd hatte mehrere von den Dingern und ist irgendwie der Urvater aller Synthesizer. Und hier das Keyboard dazu, The Cricklewood ist auch passend dazu. Besonderheit am VCS3 ist das Patchfeld. Wir haben hier gar keine Kabel, sondern wir haben hier dieses Schiffe-Versenken-Feld. Das wird mit Steckern alles hier zusammengepatcht und ist dadurch auch sehr übersichtlich, vor allen Dingen unheimlich kompakt. Es gab früher nie einen Synthesizer, der so klein war und so viel geboten hat. Ja, und das hat ihn damals so einzigartig gemacht.
Alright, what you hear now are the internal loudspeakers of the EMS synthesizer, the VCS3. The Putney. It has 3 oscillators, a noise generator, a ring modulator, an envelope, and a spring reverb. So, the Putney is a very legendary synthesizer. Electronic pioneers such as Klaus, Schulze, Jean Michel Jarre, Tangerine Dream, Pink Floyd have been using this very synthesizer. According to Bernie, Pink Floyd had several of these machines. What makes it so unique in comparison with other modular synthesizers which were built in the 1960s is the patch panel. You do not use chords to make the patching, but you have this patch panel and then you use the sticks. So. Okay, then you have a nice keyboard. It gives you CV control voltage and a gate. According to Bernie, it costs nowadays, such the keyboard alone, around 2,000 euros.
Jetzt kommen wir zum Gegenpart, der Nachfolger im kleinen Koffer. Im Prinzip das gleiche, der AKS hat alle Elemente vom VCS3, aber alles viel kompakter auf einer halben Fläche. Und Das Besondere hier dran ist der kleine kompakte Koffer, der ist also noch kompakter wie der VCS3 und wir haben hier den Keyboard-Sequencer, KS und Synthi A zusammen Synthi AKS. Ich habe jetzt mal ein Patch erstellt, ein kleines, das viele von euch kennen. Ja, Pink Floyd on the Run kennt jeder. Der Synthesizer ist eigentlich dadurch berühmt geworden. Und ja, eigentlich eine ganz einfache Geschichte.
This here is the EMS Synthi A. And this is the keyboard sequencer. And the entire set is called the EMS AKS synthesizer. It's also a very legendary machine. It was launched on the market in 1972. And one of the first bands that were using that synthesizer was Pink Floyd on the record Dark Side of the Moon, and especially on the song On the Run. Listen. You know, actually I'm a kid of the 1980s, but I love that track from the early 1970s. It's great, it's wonderful. And by the way, it's the sequencer built into the keyboard is a digital sequencer. Remember, in the year 1973, already a digital sequencer.
Ja, wir haben hier im Unterschied zum VCS3 eine Leiste für Presto Patch. Man hat also tatsächlich Presets gemacht, die man hier aufstecken konnte, schon in den 70er Jahren. Völlig verrückt. Viele fragen immer, was es mit den unterschiedlichen Farben der Pins auf sich hat. Damals waren die Pins so teuer gewesen mit diesen Widerständen, die hier eingebaut sind, dass man praktisch nur einfache Widerstände genommen hat. Und für die Audioverbindung und für die Steuerspannung, das ist Audio, linke Seite, rechte Seite Control. Und für die rechte Seite, die Steuerspannung müssen präzise sein. Hier waren ganz teure, selektierte Widerstände drin und die waren einfach nur teurer. Deswegen gibt es weiße und rote Pins. Die grünen halbieren die Steuerspannung und man kann also damit auch Signale einfach absenken und abschwächen. So viel zum Patchfeld.
Alright, so on this machine we have a Presto slot. In comparison to the VCS3, that doesn't have a Presto slot. So into the Presto slot, you can slide preset cards. On the cards you have pre-configured sounds such as guitar, organ, etc. Then you also have a patch panel. And on this side of the patch panel, you have the signal inputs. And on this side, you have the control inputs. And that brings us to the pins in different colors. So back in the 1970s, resistors were extremely expensive. So the white pins actually included cheaper resistors. So the cheap resistors were used for the audio signal, whereas the expensive resistors in the red pins were used for the control voltage panels, for the control. So, and then you also have the green pins that actually divide the voltage by 50%. So if you use one of these dividers, you can reduce 2 voltage to 1 voltage.
So, ganz besonders am EMS AKS ist dieser wunderbare Sequencer mit Sensortasten. Hatte man damals schon gehabt. Der Sequencer speichert 256 Töne. Das war zu der damaligen Zeit sensationell. Das konnte kein anderer Synthesizer. Und der passt auch einfach in den Kofferdeckel, der hier oben dazugehört. Und dann ist es ein Köfferchen und man kann alles mitnehmen. Das ist eine ganz tolle Sache.
The digital sequencer was outstanding back in 1972. You could record 256 notes. This was staggering. This was mind-blowing. It's also important to note that the AKS keyboard and keyboard sequencer was the first sensor keyboard on the market. So it has various functionalities. You have a random button where you can create random sequences. Here you have buttons to switch the octave. And many years later, another British company launched the Wasp synthesizer, which also included a sensor keyboard. But nevertheless, the EMS AKS synthesizer was revolutionary back then. And the keyboard is actually the cover to the synthesizer unit, which is built into a briefcase. That's the reason why it was portable. People and bands brought it live on stage. Pink Floyd brought it live on stage back then. Alright, this is the end of our EMS special. In one of the forthcoming video blogs, we want to cover the EMS Synthi E, this one, and also the EMS Logic synthesizers. Bernie has some of these machines in his studio. I remember too, huh?
Yeah.
You have two Logics. Then, if you are interested in more gear that Bernie keeps here in his studio, in his synthesizer cave, just check out the playlist that I have put on this side. And if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel yet, I would highly appreciate it if you subscribe to my channel right now. You'll find the link here below. Subscribing to my YouTube channel is free of charge. It doesn't cost you anything. So, Bernie, for today we say goodbye.
Goodbye, see you. Tschüss.
Take care. I see you next time. Peace.